Hello, I am the Great Leon under the channel VegaStar. So I want to make one last little discussion, update kind of video about the future Patreon I mentioned a while ago. For those of you who don't know, I've been constantly trying to figure out ideas and what to do with it, and I have a plan for it. For now, I'm thinking about 4 different tiers. There are certain things I want to add into the Patreon to make it exclusive compared to the main channel. I even thought about members in the highest tier may have models or advertisements appear in videos as little fun cameos as a support for the channel. Those with their own YouTube channel, whether you make gaming content, story content, art related content, music content, streaming. If you have any of those and you're a high tier, we can advertise for you in a way where we can have either your OC. Keep in mind that this channel isn't the best for advertising your own content, but as a small creator, I would love to support other creators as well. I thought about polls where Patreon members can decide specific content for the channel. However, if we only have like 5 people, the polls are kind of meaningless. So the polls will be available if we have at least 20 to 30 members, depending how long it takes for me to notice. Now then, I want to discuss the exclusive content that will be on the Patreon depending on the tier levels you choose. Tier 1 is the $1 tier. It's just a simple tip, $1 to support us. You will be able to get some access to certain content, like a couple videos that are uncensored. Because maybe it's like 1 word or 1 to 4 words that were censored in the video and isn't super heavy on inappropriate levels. You'll also get access to my spoiler anime review. For those of you who don't know, I've been writing seasonal anime stuff since winter of 2022. And now that winter 2024 is here, I decided, well, let's do this. Since I never review the anime completely, I just give a short summary and give my recommendations. If you want to hear my personal thoughts on them, I will be making all the newer upcoming ones there. In addition to that, you can ask for any other anime. Let's say an anime that existed for a while ago. Let's say Code Geass. If you want our thoughts on it, we can either make a short video for the Patreon members or just a post that the Patreon members can see. Another thing I want to work on for the $1 tier is the character profiles. So you'll be able to see them up close, learn information about them. What are their likes? What are their dislikes? How old are they? That kind of stuff. The next tier are 2 different levels. Both in the same price, it's all a matter of preference. They're both going to be $3. I'm going to create a type of content on Patreon that I will be calling the NSFY videos, or not safe for YouTube videos. YouTube is quite sensitive when it comes to things being uploaded, and I don't want to risk anything right now. So instead, the NSFY videos will be on my Patreon. They will include videos like uncensored videos, like words. Maybe there's a little more heavier words being thrown at. I mean, look at our friend Valken. He swears every single time. He has to get censored. In addition to that, I want to experiment on the anime fan service content. Not the serious kinds, obviously, but there may be some. For those of you who are new here, I have a Pixiv account. And if you allowed the mature content to be seen on your account, you will be able to see all the other not safe for work content I've been making. So, in this tier, it's more tamer. So you'll get all the exclusives from the first tier, and you'll be able to see my artworks without that large Create a Lyra watermark. I will be going back to my previous artworks that are posted on Pixiv and create separate versions that will be available on Patreon. If you wish to see them closer, you want to like maybe save them for yourself, that's up to you. Reposting them, I will never forgive you for. And for the NSFY videos on the tamer side, it'll be mainly just, verbal and some type of anime fan service content that is more tame. For example, this kind of content. This is probably okay, but just to be safe, we're gonna test them out on Patreon. On the other side, this would be considered cultured in a way, where it's less tame. This is where the content where anime fan service may be a little heavier. In addition to that, all the not safe for work content on Pixiv will also be available as well. Just like the other one, just the other one is tamer. And if you pick any of those $3 tiers, depending which one of your preference, you will have your names at the end of the video. And finally, we've reached the $7 tier. Currently the final tier, there may be more in the future to come. But you will gain a vocal shoutout at the end of every story videos. You will not be getting a shoutout in the gaming videos due to most viewers watching my gaming content never really reach the end. I've seen the analytics. So at the end of every story video, you will get a shoutout name as thanks for supporting our channel. In addition to that, $7 tiers will gain everything from the previous tiers. In addition to that, $7 tiers will be the ones where we can have you cameo, or if you want to advertise your channel. If you have your own OC design you want a cameo, let us see a design. And we will design them how they would look like on our channel. Or if you want like some type of poster or billboard or magazine or whatever as a prop. And depending on the video, I may ask you to maybe write something if you want to be a part of it a little more. The reason why I will not have voices involved is because I cannot guarantee that everyone has a good microphone. In addition to that, there may be some other future complications. As my personal motto would go, avoid as much unnecessary problems as necessary. And there you have it. That is the plan. I have artworks, scripts, and some recordings ready to make for the future Patreon. If all goes well, I may release it sometime before or about at the times of the channel's 4th anniversary. I will not be releasing a ton right now. It'll be just enough for each tier for others to get involved in. And then, as the months go by, I'll be making more content for everybody. For the $1 tiers, you may experience less content, since it's more of a support and you get some exclusive content. I am sorry for that. I have to also make content for the main channel. As a final note, you do not have to support me on Patreon. I am not forcing anybody. This is if you have some income to support me. I don't want you to take money away from your own personal accounts that you may need in the next several months. It's about to be 4 years on YouTube of making content. Over 400 plus videos I've made. Over 428 subscribers at the time of recording. And it's crazy to think about it. I do not plan on stopping. I want to keep going. I want to write this story because I want to create something. Doing normal things that everyone expects you to do it just doesn't feel right. But creating something for others to enjoy is something I want to keep doing. One day, the VegaStar Story will come to an end. And when that happens, I will either create a new story or move on to some other form of content creating. But if I were to give an estimate of how long will this story take depending on how fast I'm moving, maybe 5, 6, 7 years, somewhere around there. I'm doing everything by myself. I have friends, however they have their own lives, and they don't have the skills and time to help me quicken the process of content making. So please be patient with me. I really hope you've watched all the way to the end. If you have, thank you so much for watching. Here's to the future, and I hope you will all continue to support me. With that out of the way, until next time!